Hello, Fight World. This is Coach Craig from Ageless Adonis, and today's topic of discussion is Conor McGregor's mistake by hiring talent like Paulie Malignaggi instead of Vasyl Lomachenko. Now, Conor McGregor has been criticized for not bringing in a renowned boxing coach like Freddie Roach or Robert Garcia in preparation for his fight against Floyd Mayweather. However, there are two valid arguments that can be made in McGregor's defense. Argument number one, McGregor is not going to learn and acquire the finer points of the sweet science within a short time, which many A-level fighters such as Canelo Alvarez used against Mayweather and failed. McGregor knows he has to focus on perfecting the tactics of movement and striking that enabled him to knock out opponents and win 2 world UFC titles, tactics that'll be foreign to Floyd Mayweather. Now, argument two, how many times have we seen unknown trainers produce world-class fighters such as Jack Lowe, who produced Kelly Pavlik, Evangelista Cotto, who trained his nephew Miguel, and Enzo Calzaghe, who trained his son Joe? Comparatively, McGregor's trainer, John Kavanagh, is no less qualified. Now, what is not defensible is McGregor bringing in Paulie Malignaggi for sparring as opposed to recruiting an elite champion like Vasyl Lomachenko. Big mistake. Beating up a retired, pear-shaped, feather-fisted Paulie Malignaggi may boost McGregor's confidence, but it does nothing to prepare him for Floyd Mayweather Junior, who is considered to be one of the greatest boxers of all time. To rise to the occasion of fighting the best, you have to practice against the best. You have to test and sharpen your skill set against the best. Now, with that in mind, let's talk about the sham of pro boxing. Unlike the UFC, pro boxing is replete with undefeated fighters with padded records and championship belts who go on to lose at various levels as they climb the ladder of talent to fight the real champion of a division such as Vasyl Lomachenko or Floyd Mayweather Junior. So, with that in mind, who has Paulie Malignaggi beat? Paulie will crow that he was a 2-time world champion, but who did he beat? In his prime, he was stopped by Amir Khan, Ricky Hatton, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and beaten by Adrian Broner and Miguel Cotto, among others. And all those losses, I might add, were never avenged. McGregor should have brought in Lomachenko at the beginning of camp, not a gatekeeper like Paulie, who retired after being knocked out by journeyman Sam Eggington. Now, I address Paulie's record and skill not as a personal criticism, but to simply point out that the business of pro boxing proffers more championship belts than actual fighters in the game. It's laughable. Unlike the old days when there was only one champion recognized in a division, today everyone is a champion of something. This discussion of being a world champion without having beaten world-class opposition is a sham, and bringing in a retired guy like Paulie, who was never world-class, as a way to prepare for Floyd Mayweather Jr. is absurd. Sparring a guy at Paulie's level who has lost to every A and even some B-level fighters he fought, 8 losses and 5 of them by knockout, is hardly going to prepare McGregor against an A-plus level fighter like Floyd Mayweather Jr., whose pro success of 49 wins and 0 losses is similarly matched by his amateur and Olympian pedigree. Conversely, sparring a fighter like Lomachenko, who amassed 2 Olympic gold medals and an amateur record of 396 wins and only 1 loss, is going to press McGregor's skill and physical tool set, which will give him the best chance of beating Mayweather. Clearly, boxing is made up of different levels of talent. McGregor is taking an awful chance by just sparring comparatively low-level talent. I say awful because although Conor is comfortably dominating his current level of opposition in training camp, he is putting himself at greater risk of being vastly unprepared and embarrassed by the skill set Mayweather will bring fight night. Your opinion is both valued and welcomed, so please leave your comments below, subscribe, and hit the like button.